Hello my besties, how are you? Did you ever wonder what to do with the fairy garden figurines? I especially like these cute little mushrooms. Oh my gosh, so adorable. I have a fun idea for you to upcycle something old, add a little bit something green, and make something so special. I hope you're gonna like today's video. If you do, please press thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, become my bestie, and that way you won't miss my future videos, okay? And a bonus, at the end of this video, I will share with you my Easter table. Okay, let's get started.
If you are interested in the bunny sitting over there on the shelf behind me, created that with the Dollar Tree items and the Target shelf. You can look it up in this video. Today's inspiration had started with a grass table runner that I wanted to get for my Easter table. Well, I didn't want to spend $30 on Amazon, so I went to Home Depot. They have many different price options and you buy it per linear foot. The grass that I chose was beautiful and lush, and it turned out that the roll was ending. So the guys just gave me the whole piece and I didn't have to pay extra. So that was a great deal. I really lucked out. And that's how we wind up with some extra grass for today's project. If you cannot get the grass at Home Depot, you can buy some grass squares at the Target Dollar Spot, or even moss sheets from the Dollar Tree Woodwork. In addition, you can upcycle an old frame that you already have. This is large, 11 by 14, not sure which one I'm gonna use, and a basket. Dollar Tree has many baskets to choose from. This one would be perfect for this frame. But I decided to go with the white one, and this basket is a bit too small, but we're gonna make it work. We are going to line the basket with the grass. So first I measure the size of the basket, and then we start cutting the grass. I asked my husband to help me because he's gonna do it faster. So we cut 2 strips, one for the outside of the basket, one for the inside, and a square for the inside. Another option would be to spray paint your basket the same color as your frame. As I later realized, the outside of the basket is not that visible. The inside is most important. And as you can see, I'm lining the inside of the basket. And if the walls of the basket are slightly slanted like mine, you might have to adjust it as you go. But it's okay, don't worry if it's not perfectly straight. You finish off with the square in the middle and it's still gonna look great. Next, I'm just going to cover the edges with some leftover leaves that I saved from my previous projects. If your basket is a perfect fit with your frame, you don't have to do that because that edge is not going to be visible. You know me, I always like a challenge. So I had glued the leaves, first the corners and then all around the basket. And take a look at that lush basket now. Almost like a jungle setting, huh? We are going to glue our frame on top. And now we don't have to worry about any of those bright green edges showing, right? Just glue it in a few places, make sure it stays. And you know that I like to use Gorilla Glue sticks because they're just stronger. Make sure you add a dab of hot glue exactly where the frame meets with the basket edge, especially if it's uneven like mine. And now the fun part, we are going to add the fairy garden figurines. These are all from the Dollar Tree. If you like, you can also add a bow. I like this polka dot. I also have some cute mesh ribbon from the Dollar Tree. Also, we're gonna need some floral foam because we are going to add flowers and greenery. Dollar General now has actually cheaper flowers than the Dollar Tree. We're also going to need a lot of greenery, so I bought some online at the Greenery market. It's actually a better deal because you get more for your money, but Dollar Tree has some cute options as well. Also, we're going to need some moss, and I have 2 varieties here. Next time you go on a walk, you might want to pick up some sticks or bark if you like to add a couple natural elements as well. I like to start with a bow, and this is very simple. I just measure about 8-inch tail, then 10 inches and fold in half. That's a 5-inch loop. And I'm gonna make one more 10 inches, fold in half, pinch. And then I'm going, yeah, this is enough. I'm going just to cut off a short tail. And I'm going to tie it with a pipe cleaner through the center, just like that. A very simple, whimsical bow. Fold the ends in half, cut diagonally towards the wired edge. One more time. Very simple. And if you have another ribbon, you might want to make one more bow and tie it on top. I just want to do something like that. And we're going to do exact same thing with the other ribbon, just maybe a bit smaller. Cut and tie that bow on top of the first one. And pull that pipe cleaner to the back because you are going to use it to attach your bow to the frame. Fluff it up, and simple as that. If you like, you can add some more ribbons, but I'm just gonna stop there. And now we are going to attach it to the side. Now let's see how we want to set up our little fairy garden. I'm going to use the floral foam underneath the houses. I have two. So we're going to put one here and another one higher. But this foam is too big, so I'm going to cut it in half. And then once I like the placement, I'm going to glue it down. And you do whatever makes you happy, you know, let your imagination run wild here. This is such a fun little project, especially great to do it with your children or your grandchildren. I want these houses to be a little bit 3D, so I glue them to the edge of the foam, not to the back of the grass. To make sure they stay that way and don't fall back, I decide to insert a piece of bark, just like so. And then I decide to add a little tree branch in between, and I can use that as a lift for the bottom house, like this. And now they look like little tree houses. And here's my favorite welcome sign with the cute little mushrooms. I'm going to add that at the front here. So here's the look at my setup, my main big items that I have. Next, we are going to add the greenery. And here's the bush that I got at the greenery market. I paid $8 for it, and look how beautiful and realistic it is. And you get 8 full branches. Isn't that amazing? I think that's a better value than the Dollar Tree. So I just cut off one, fluff it up because it makes a big difference, and then insert it in your floral foam. I'm going to start off in the corner here. I'm going to need one more over here. Fluff it up, spread it out, and look how beautiful and natural that looks. I'm just going to add a little bit of that green moss to cover the foam. Take a look here. Doesn't it look so natural and realistic? I love it. The next piece I'm separating and cutting apart in 3. And I'm going to insert smaller pieces around the second house. I love that each of these pieces is wired and I can bend it and shape it any way that I like. Just adding a dab of hot glue to make sure these pieces don't slide off. I love how realistic these little mushroom tree houses look. Aren't they gorgeous? If you want, you can stop here. I have some flowers that I decide to add. These little daisies are from the Dollar General. I love them. I used them in the last shelf arrangement video. And they remind me of the Polish stokrotki. I'm just going to add little accents here and there. Since I added one at the top, I'm going to add another one diagonally at the bottom. I'm inserting the stems in the little foam blocks that are still there underneath that moss, remember? For a touch of red, I use those Dollar Tree miniature roses. I don't have red daisies, but I think this is cute. The greenery is a bit lighter and adds more dimension to the arrangement. I think I'm done with the flowers. Now I'm just going to add a little accents of Spanish moss here and there. I love that it's brown and it adds a different color and texture to my design. Let's not forget about the cute little elements like the gnomes. So I'm gonna put some moss on the tree branch there and attach the little guy. Add whatever else you have. I have those cute little tools. I'm going to place them on top of the greenery in front of the house. I love that because it makes your picture three-dimensional, not everything so flat. And then I add a couple more little pieces that I have left over. And you do the same. Just let your imagination run wild and have fun with it. That's most important. As usual, step back and see what else you can add to your arrangement. I'm decided to add these new leaves that I found at a Dollar Tree. I think you get like 8 for $1.25, so this is my new favorite find. I have to add them here, and I just insert them around the bow. I didn't use any yellow ribbon, so I'm going to add a big yellow rose in the center of my bow. What do you think? I think it pulls together all the little yellow accent from my arrangement. I like that. If you like simplicity more, you might not want to add the bow at all. Do whatever makes you happy. This is my last piece of the red roses. I might as well add it in as well. We need a little cherry on top. How about those tiny little birds? You can find them at Hobby Lobby. I was lucky to find them on sale because the package was damaged. A cute little ladybug batten. And let's see. I think my fairy garden picture frame is complete. Please comment, let me know what you think. Maybe you even gonna find emojis of your favorite things. Let me know.